Let's retake that story we had for you earlier, and the unpredictable external shocks like uncertainty over U.S. economic policy, also known as the Trump effect, leaves a cloud hanging over the global macro environment. Now, this notwithstanding, the Central Bank of Kenya expects a 5.7% growth in GDP this year, largely pegged on macroeconomic stability, adequate reserves, private sector investment and consumption, as well as government infrastructure investment. Here now is Joy Doreen Bira with that report. As the one we ran earlier, of course, was the NSE performance that Abi Agina had for us.
Kenya's latest remittances from the diaspora to the end of December 2016 stood at $160 million, an amount that could take a downward trend should some Kenyans living in the US return home. Since November 2016, global markets have been very cautious, some adopting the wait-and-see approach due to the increased volatility arising from an unpredictable US economic policy under Trump's administration.
My point is we are in a regime now that, at a time when we cannot predict. It's really the age of uncertainty. And I think that's why that is the most problematic.
While Brexit is also one of the external concerns, President Trump's administrative decisions pose a greater risk as his America First narrative could affect Kenya's exports to the United States.
5.3% of our exports go to the US. Okay? And these are under the AGOA initiative. 93% of that number is apparel, clothing. Right? So just think what would happen.
A stable macro environment means Kenya won't have to dig into its forex reserves that currently stand at close to $7 billion, the equivalent of 4.5 months import cover, to minimize volatility. With political temperatures at fever pitch and an election coming up on August 8th of 2017, the Central Bank of Kenya is less worried about this, but more about the external shocks.
This is the time to do elections. Well, we do it, we move on. But in terms of economic policies, I think there is alignment as to that continuity of economic policies.
The Trump effect aside, inward-looking, dry weather conditions are likely to push inflation numbers further up in coming months, with rates shooting up from 6.3% in December of 2016 to 6.99% in January of 2017. Joy Doreen Bira, KTN News.